Okay, good morning. My name is Anggie Melendez. I have 5 children. I became homeless when the father of 3 of my children evicted us from his house because he and I broke up. We have lived together in his house since 2009. When he evicted us, my ex did not give any reasons in the notice to quit and just said that he was terminating my tenancy. We were not married. When we were together, he abused me, and I have met with the domestic violence specialist about the abuse. The last time I went to court to get a restraining order was this year, in 2012. I lost my job as a machine operator in March of this year because I missed work when my ex locked me out of the house. When I went to DHCD on September 20th, after I was served with a 48-hour notice, I had to be out of the house on September 25th. The DHCD worker took my application and told me to come back on September 25th to be placed. When I went back to DHCD on September 25th, I met with a different worker who told me that I would get denied. She did not give me a denial notice. She told me that she wanted papers from my job stating why I lost my job in March. I did give the DHCD worker the number to call my job to answer any questions she had. Over the next couple of days, I tried to get information, but it was difficult because the local job office said I had to go through the corporate office in Boston. I went back to the DHCD several times to give them more information and to tell them that I was running out of options. I was told that I was still not eligible, but that the DHCD lawyers were reviewing my case. When DHCD did not help me, I struggled to find a place to stay for my children and I. I first asked my dad, but he told me I couldn't stay with him. On September 25th, my kids ended up staying with my mom, who lived in a low-income housing. I stayed in my mother's van in the parking lot outside the apartment. When I spoke to my dad again,
Take your time.
and he let us stay with him for 3 nights. We had to leave when his landlord found out that we were there. We then went back to my mom's for a few days. On some nights she would let me stay in her apartment too, but in others I had to stay in the van because she only allowed my kids in. My mom was very afraid to lose her own apartment. One weekend my kids stayed with their 2 fathers while I slept in the van. I only received a denial notice on October 9th after Rice had called the HCD. The denial notice said that I did not become homeless due to the qualifying reasons. I went back to Rice a few days later and they referred me to legal service. I was placed in shelter on October 26th after my lawyer spoke to the HCD. This was a horrible experience for me and my children, which made me feel very bad and brought me to a point where I was starting to break down. I suffered from anxiety and I had several anxiety attacks during this time due to the fact that I was out on the street and couldn't get any help. Please change the regulations so that people who have no place to stay can get help.
Thank you very much.